Here's a map, if you're watching our program today, that shows the damage caused by the anti-vaccination movement. We've been covering the anti-vaccination movement for years, Lewis. And if you remember, one of the catalysts of the anti-vaccination movement was back in 1998, Andrew Wakefield put out a paper which claimed to link the MMR vaccine, which is measles, mumps, and rubella, to the onset of autism. No other scientist was ever able to corroborate those findings, and it later became known, as we talked about on this program with Seth Mnookin, who wrote a book about it. It turned out that Andrew Wakefield had a financial conflict where he stood to make money from, I believe it was like a standalone measles vaccine. It might have been mumps. I think it was a measles vaccine. And he encouraged parents to rather than getting the MMR vaccine, to ask specifically for the measles-only vaccine, which apparently, I guess, according to him, did not cause autism. And if you look at the map we have up, you'll see the global outbreaks of measles, mumps, rubella, polio, whooping cough from 2008 to 2014. These are diseases all easily preventable by vaccine, and they can have significant consequences. The CDC estimates that about 164,000 people from around the world will die from measles each year. There is a strong resurgence in the United Kingdom. The US has seen an increase in whooping cough, also causing 195,000 deaths per year. And the majority of these deaths are happening in areas with little access to vaccines. And in the United States and the UK, this really shouldn't be happening at all. We've talked maybe a little bit about Jenny McCarthy, who is a Playboy model turned actress, host turned pseudoscience advocate. She started speaking out against vaccines in 2007. She believes that they caused her son's autism. Some believe that based on her son's symptoms that he actually isn't even autistic, that he has Landau-Kleffner syndrome. She's written books. One of them has a foreword from Andrew Wakefield. This is a serious thing. And for people who say, why do you care if others don't get vaccinated? If you get vaccinated, then you will be safe. What the vaccine does is increase to a much higher level the tolerance to certain individual cells of a disease, and it kind of prepares your immune system to respond more quickly. It works best when everyone is immunized. If you have people who aren't immunized, then they can generate the bacteria or virus to an extent that overwhelms that threshold to which the vaccine provides protection. So, Lewis, number one, those who say, hey, worry about yourself. Me not vaccinating my kid has absolutely no effect on you. That's factually not true. And we're actually seeing, as the map shows us, the real impact of this anti-vaccination movement.
I expect we're going to get a lot of angry emails and voicemails about this. This is a really heated debate that's going on with this, but people need to do the research.
Yeah, and for people who are going to email me with individual cases of things that have happened with vaccines, I listen, everything you do carries a certain risk. And if you look at the mortality rate from the vaccine versus the mortality and contagion rate from not having the vaccine and the potential for getting the disease, I have yet to see any evidence that would suggest to me that the anti-vaccination movement is a good idea.
Right. So far, it just seems to be harmful. And people just need to realize that one study just doesn't cut it.